Starting around 25 November 2023, Dogelon Mars basically in a real sense truly is exchanging at $0.00000017 in term of its United States dollars rate, with the value change of 1.09% in actually essentially most recent 60 minutes, which especially fundamentally really is genuinely critical in an especially significant manner in a significant way. Elon actually in a real sense has a sort of all-out market cap of $94,386,799, with the 24-hour exchanging volume of $40,248,157, kind of as opposed to prevalent thinking, sort of really in opposition to prevalent thinking. This certainly sort of truly makes Dogelon Mars, Elon, extremely positioning at 324 in the digital currency market in an unpretentious way in a decently especially huge manner. In the event that you explicitly essentially are a crypto financial backer and considering what explicitly fundamentally for the most part is the Dogelon Mars cost expectation end of 2023, what will Dogelon Mars explicitly in every practical sense be somewhat commonly worth in 2023 in an exceptionally sort of lovely significant manner, or so they thought, which is genuinely huge. Is Dogelon Mars a genuinely wise speculation or really lovely worth purchasing in 2023 in a very kind of enormous manner in an actually large manner? Will Elon cost explicitly certainly outperform its unequaled high, or so they for the most part thought, which explicitly is very critical. These in a real sense are our Dogelon Mars cost expectations for Elon's future in a reasonably exceptionally large manner in an unobtrusive manner. Dogelon Mars, Elon, value expectation 2023. As per the Dogelon Mars estimate cost and specialized examination, in 2023, the Elon cost for the most part especially essentially is supposed to fundamentally vary across a very normal value level of $0.00000019. The normal especially kind of truly least value worth of Dogelon Mars toward the finish of the sort of commonly current year ought to for the most part certainly be $0.00000018, or so they in a real sense thought, which generally by and large is very huge. Besides, Elon can essentially arrive at a kind of fundamentally kind of most extreme value level of $0.00000020 in an unpretentious manner, which sort of certainly is very huge in a sort of significant manner. Elon value figure November 2023. The Dogelon Mars gauge for November 2023 expects that the Elon may vary the most part arrive at a kind of beautiful greatest worth of $0.00000019, with a truly least cost of around $0.00000017, showing how basically is Dogelon Mars a pretty essentially fundamentally wise speculation or actually genuinely worth purchasing in 2023, or so they especially thought. Which by and large is very critical in a significant manner. Discussing the actually especially beautiful typical value Elon can in a real sense for the most part stretch around $0.00000018 for November in a very enormous manner in an unpretentious way in an unobtrusive manner. Dogelon Mars value conjecture December 2023. In December 2023, the by and large entirely greatest cost for Dogelon Mars could generally fundamentally most certainly stretch around $0.00000020, showing that this sort of especially makes Dogelon Mars, Elon, truly positioning at 324 in the digital money market, essentially truly in spite of prevalent thinking. Kind of as opposed to prevalent thinking. Besides, the minimum cost of Elon in December 2023 in every way that really matters, by and large, is $0.00000018 with an extremely beautiful in every way that really matters, normal cost of $0.00000019, which fundamentally essentially especially is very huge, which certainly especially is genuinely critical. Dogelon Mars entirely all goals and purposes, sort of past cost examination with an expansion in its exchanging volume and market cap. The Dogelon Mars S cost for the most part explicitly has shown a fundamentally kind of good increment of 3.32% in the extremely most recent 24 hours in an unpretentious manner in an essentially enormous way in an unobtrusive manner. From pretty fundamentally genuinely most recent 7 days the Elon basically by and large in a real sense was in kind of genuinely great vertical pattern and expanded by 11.51%, or so they essentially thought in an exceptionally enormous manner. Dogelon Mars especially in a real sense explicitly has shown extremely kind of genuinely impressive by and large certainly potential recently And this could be somewhat generally excellent chance to generally for the most part dive right in and contribute, which in every way that really matters, for the most part, is genuinely critical in an entirely enormous manner. Dogelon Mars Value Figure 2023 Facts. What will especially for the most part be Dogelon Mars truly worth in 2023? Lovely sort of in opposition to prevalent thinking, by and large, in spite of prevalent thinking, which generally is very huge. The elon cost truly is estimated to especially arrive at an essentially kind of greatest degree of $0.0000020, with entirely by and large least cost of $0.0000018 toward the finish of 2023. Certainly sort of exceptionally further appearance how Dogelon Mars kind of lovely truly passed cost examination with an expansion in its exchanging volume and market cap. The Dogelon Mars' cost for the most part especially has shown a kind of good increment of 3.32% in the kind of very most recent 24 hours in an actually especially huge manner, which fundamentally is very critical, which generally is very huge. Does Dogelon Mars most certainly have a future in a significant manner and a very genuinely huge manner? As far as value, Dogelon Mars for the most part has a remarkable certainly potential to generally in every practical sense arrive at new levels, showing how as far as value, Dogelon Mars in every way that really matters truly has an extraordinary by and large truly potential to especially certainly sort of arrive at new levels. Which entirely all goals and objects is genuinely huge in a very huge manner. It is estimate that elon will increment in esteem, really in spite of prevalent thinking, kind of as opposed to mainstream thinking. As per super unambiguous specialists and business examiners, Dogelon Mars can for the most part truly hit the scarcely the greatest cost of $0.0000069 till 2030, showing how Dogelon Mars basically truly has shown commonly major areas of strength for especially potential of late, and this could be truly in every way that really matters. Great chance to especially fundamentally dive right in and especially generally put resources into a sort of huge way, which sort of is genuinely critical, or so they for the most part thought. Is Dogelon Mars reasonably essentially worth purchasing in 2023, for the most part sort of in opposition to mainstream thinking, in spite of mainstream thinking? Dogelon Mars' worth explicitly basically is supposed to for the most part explicitly especially keep on extending, as lack will in general explicitly in every practical sense empower cost rise, exhibiting that Dogelon Mars commonly kind of passed cost examination with an expansion in its exchanging volume and market cap. The Dogelon Mars' cost in a real sense explicitly has shown a truly kind of good increment of 3.32% in the especially sort of most recent 24 hours, certainly fundamentally in spite of prevalent thinking, which quite is genuinely huge. Kindly note, there in every practical